Hi friends, welcome to the Lori Lulu Crochet Podcast, episode 94. My name is Lori. I live in the Chicago suburbs with my husband Ryan and our cat Daisy. And I love to crochet, and I love to knit, and I love to sew. And you can find all that Yarny goodness in my social media, which is linked down below. I believe it's all linked now. I checked a couple months ago and it wasn't linking, so anyway, hopefully that's all fixed. Any patterns that I talk about or yarns that I talk about will be linked as well down in the show notes in the description box down below. That's what I mean. Welcome. I got an unwanted souvenir from my cruise. Can you tell? Yeah, I got the flu. So much fun. So, there may be cuts and splices because of coughing. So, I will try to make sure I get all of that cut out. And that's probably why my voice is kind of rough, so I can't really speak up. So, I'm sorry for the volume of my voice. I'm trying. I'm really trying today. Oh, so yeah. So I'm back. I'm home. Safe and sound. For the most part. My cruise was amazing. I had such a wonderful time with my mother. But the big thing was I got to meet Hannah and Kalisha. Oh my gosh. I remember I was sitting there at dinner and I was just like, this is so surreal. I watched them on YouTube all the time. And here I am, I'm across the table from them. I can reach out and touch them. I can hug them, which I did. And I was so excited to. It was, oh my gosh. Yeah. So, we went down Wednesday night, got in early Thursday morning. We didn't go to bed till 3 in the morning. Between the flight and then the shuttle and then trying to get to the hotel and all of that. So, and then of course my body's like, 7 o'clock, time to wake up, let's go. No, I need more sleep. Anyway. So Thursday, I tried to sleep as much as I could. My body just didn't want to. So Hannah came at 1 o'clock. And we just kind of hung out in the lobby of the hotel and knitted and chatted, and Mom got to know her. And then Mom had a friend come and visit. So Mom had Nancy and they were chatting the whole time. And we ended up going to Denny's to get something to drink because I was like, I need a Diet Coke. So we got Denny's and then got a little snack because I was hungry and I need a little something. And then we went back to the hotel, hung out there for a bit. Then Nancy had to leave to go back home because she doesn't like driving in the dark, so she left before the sunset. And then Mom and Hannah and I drove over to the restaurant, and Kalisha met us there, and it was just so fun, because Hannah and Kalisha and I, we sat and we were knitting. We were all knitting that time. Anyway, it's so much fun. And then, we kind of helped Kalisha decompress because she worked that day. She had stuff going on. And so, yeah, it was just a ton of fun just hanging out with them. And then Hannah needed to go home to get home to her baby, which I totally understand. And so then Kalisha drove us back to the hotel and we were sitting there knitting for a bit, and she was like, Laura, you look like you're about to fall asleep. I'm like, I am. I'm struggling here. She was like, it's okay. She's like, I want to go home anyway. You know, she had a rough day, so I totally understand that too. So she left. But I kind of, I said this to Kalisha, but then I also thought it applied to Hannah too. Because when they do Vlogmas, a lot of times they're vlogging in their car. And I was in those cars. So yeah, I was like, that's kind of cool. And I even said that to Kalisha. I was like, you vlog in this car all the time, and I'm sitting in this car. So anyway, that was fun. And I'll show you the stuff that we traded items. I have stuff that I gave to them, and then they gave me stuff as well. And I'll show you all of it here in a bit. But then, like, I was talking with Kalisha, and I was like, I feel weird talking, like, how much of my cruise do I want to share with you all? Because, I mean, you're here for Yarny content, not cruise content. And she's like, yeah, but they're also interested in your life, too. Like, that's why we tune in, is see what you're doing. And, sorry, I just got a text message, so. It's not for me. Anyway, group chat kind of thing. So distracted there. But anyway, so I will show a few highlights, share with you some of the bright spots of my cruise. Obviously not the flu. This is not my favorite part of this, but so for those, we have some new viewers. For those of you who are new, I went on a Disney cruise with my mom. It was a girls' trip. I had a blast with it. Mom was like, this is probably my one and only cruise, because she doesn't want to go without my dad. Calls to the rescue. So like I was saying, my mom doesn't want to go without my dad, and there's no way my dad will go on a cruise ever. Just because he gets claustrophobic, and then to have a lot of people around would just make it worse. So yeah, not that that's anything wrong with that. I totally get it. But I have those same qualities. Like, I get claustrophobic. There were so many people on that ship. It was just like, ugh, I don't like this. Considering my last cruise didn't even have 1,000 people on the ship, and this one had almost 4,000 people, I was a bit overwhelmed. But I didn't let that stop me, because I wanted to have fun. And so a few things that my mom and I did that just made the trip. One, we went to the chocolate factory in Nassau, and we got to make chocolate bars and all this stuff. My husband and I had done it 2 years ago when we went on our first cruise. And the guy who led the tour was the same guy. I was like, how long have you worked here? And he's like, 5 years. I was like, I thought you looked familiar and you sounded familiar to me. So it was cool to see you again. And he's like, you remember me? And I was like, yeah, because you're cool. Like, I recognize the voice and the accent. Like, really enjoyed it. So yeah, of course, as Mom and I are chocoholics, could never have enough chocolate for us. So we thoroughly enjoyed that. What else did we do? This was also a Christmas cruise. So the ship was all decorated for Christmas. Mickey had a tree lighting ceremony on our first night, and we went to that, and that was like my first, like, there are a lot of people on the ship, because we could not find a good spot. We could barely see it. Barely see Mickey. We could see the tree, but we couldn't see Mickey and Minnie and all of them. And Santa and Mrs. Claus were there too. And so then we're counting down, gonna light the Christmas tree, and it doesn't light. We were like, okay. Like all the other garlands and everything lit up, but the tree did not. And then like some lights started coming on, and it looked like those computerized LED lights that kind of have like a little pattern to them. It was doing that for the rest of the night, and then like the next day it was all lit up like it was supposed to be. But anyway, it's like, whoops, that didn't work well. But after, so it's funny because the day we were in Nassau, we went to the chocolate factory. We came back on the ship. Mom and I changed into our matching Christmas pajamas, and we went to story time with Mrs. Claus, which was so fun. I had heard that like they were gonna have that there, so I was so excited to go, do that with Mom. So we sat and we listened to her read a couple stories. But the thing that I didn't know what was gonna happen was that when she was done reading, she was like, "Okay, now I have a surprise for you." And it was Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Goofy, Pluto, Chip, and Dale all came out, and we had a dance party with them. Like, got to dance with all the characters, which I loved. I'm a big Disney fanatic. Love Mickey and Minnie. Mom is a Daisy fan, so I have pictures of her dancing with Daisy. Like, it was so fun. Like, that is like the highlight of my trip. The one thing, like, I have to only say one thing about my trip, it's the dance party, because it was fun. But I was just laughing because that day, like, chocolate factory, then we did Christmas stuff, then Mom and I changed into swimsuits and we went swimming, and then it was pirate night. I was like, 4 very different things that we did in one day on a Disney cruise. Like, what in the world? The other thing that happened was when we went to Castaway Cay, which is Disney's private island, we had a great day. It was supposed to, like, all week we've been looking at the weather, and it said it was going to rain on Sunday, so today is Sunday, so a week from today, I was sitting on the beach in the sun, 86 degrees. It was a beautiful day. It was gorgeous. Had so much fun. Mom and I got in the water for a bit. It was kind of chilly, but not too bad. Like, it was perfect water temperature. I loved it. And then we got out, and I was knitting on the beach for a bit, and just had, chatting and relaxing. And then I was like, I kind of want to go back in the water, because I love swimming. I just want to go be in the water, because I didn't get to last time. So here we go. So I went back out in the water, and I could go, it was probably 100 yards, like the length of a football field, and it was still only waist deep. Like, it was very shallow. And so I was just walking around, and I was just kind of praying and like, please let us have this kind of weather for our next cruise, please, that'd be great. And then all of a sudden I looked down, and there's a fish swimming in front of me, and he was probably 2 feet long. Like, he was pretty long and skinny and had a long snout. I was like, that looks like a barracuda. But he was like tan and then like bright blue towards the head of his body. I'm like, are there barracudas in the Caribbean? I'm like, I don't know. And I just I stood there, let him swim by me, and he went on his way. And I was just like, okay, well, I didn't have my phone with me, so I couldn't Google. was like, well, I'll figure it out when I get home, like when I have a chance. And so when I told Ryan about it, he got on Google real quick and he was like, is this it? I'm like, yep, that's it. And it was a Caribbean barracuda. Swam 3 feet in front of me. I'm like, oh my gosh. Crazy. Like, that's the fish that ate Nemo's mom. It's not a safe fish. Oh, anyway. What else? My mom and I, we didn't have the table to ourselves. We shared with another mother-daughter. They were a bit older than both of us. Like, the daughter was a bit older than me, and the mom was a bit older than my mom. But they were really nice ladies, and we had so much fun with them at dinner time. It was great. Highly recommend. I mean, I think Disney tries to make sure that even if you have to put people together, they're similar, so you can kind of get along. And you're not with really weird strangers. Although, I wonder if they thought that about us sometimes, but no. We had fun. We're all Facebook friends now, so it was cool. But shall we get on with the Yarny goodness? I think we should. I have one finished object to show you. I do. I finished it before the cruise, so. They were living in my Rapunzel bag. Go live your dream. Sock maker extraordinaire. Yes, my socks are finished. So, these are the colors that I was using. Whoop. This was contrast heels, toes, and cuffs. This is Lang Jaw Wool. It's a 75-25 blend in the colorway Lavender. There, that's a little better. Let me just put it right in the sun. The little sun that we have today. The main color, though, is my favorite. It is Treasure Goddess yarn and her Treasure Toes base, which I think is 80-20. I don't have the ball bands with me. But this is the colorway Royalty. It's purple, so of course it's perfect for me. These aren't finished because I haven't woven in the ends yet, but here they are, ta-da! So, last time you saw, I just gotten past the heel, and then I went all the way up, and then I did a 3x3 rib, and as you can see, like I still have ends to weave in right here. You can see both of them sticking out. But anyway, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to have these done. Like, I need more purple socks in my life. I do. Make some progress. I have 3. So, first one I'm going to show you, you've probably getting tired of seeing this one. But yeah, it's still making progress. It's not done yet. It's living in my Castaway Key bag. Castaway Key where I swam with a barracuda. In this bag is my Blurred Lines sweater. I am on Sleeve Island right now, and I might be there for a while. This may be going into timeout for a bit. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, because, hold on. This is all the yarn I have left. This is it. I'm very nervous that I'm going to run out. So, This is Yarny Soft and Sleek DK in the colorway Magenta. I got this on clearance because they discontinued this colorway. So this is all that I have, and this is all that I can get. I'm going to try to see if I can find anybody on Ravelry that has this. My hopes aren't high, but let me show you where I'm at right now. So, the whole body is done. Done most of the sleeve. Sleeve number 2 is mostly done. I just have half a cuff left to do. But am I gonna have enough to do a whole another full sleeve? I don't know. Ugh. So anyway, I'm just frustrated. So I'm gonna try to finish this sleeve, see how far I can get on this one, and then if I need to make 3/4 length sleeves, then fine, that's what I'll do. But I really wanted long sleeves, and I wanted them to be nice sleeves because my other ones, so I've done this pattern before, and the sleeves are just a tad too short. So I was kind of wanting to have nice full sleeve, anyway. So I'm kind of frustrated, and I'm kind of, I'm upset. Hoping, of course, I'm not gonna know until I do it. So I should just get on with the sweater. Hopefully get it finished. Hopefully this is enough to finish half a sleeve. I hope. Like I was just cruising along, and somebody at Love Knots was like, "How much yarn do you have?" And I pulled it up and I was like, "Oh no, I may not have enough." Oh gosh. So we shall see about that. In the meantime, I have 2 other projects to keep me busy. These are my cruise projects. One I took with me on the airplane because it had a bamboo hook. I have this constant fear of my needles being taken away from me, and then my project will have no needles in it. So I usually take a crochet project, so then if I have to throw it away, I'm not losing, because the way knitting and crochet work, you understand, right? Okay. So I took this Tunisian crochet project with me to work on the plane, and I was like, it's one where I have to constantly be counting, so it'll keep me like focused on that and not on my anxiety. Yeah, that didn't work, because then I didn't want to work on it because I was like, for some reason I was like, you can't focus on counting right now. And plus Mom and I were talking a lot, so it's not a good one when you have to be social. So right now, most of the work has been done as I've been sitting at home, recuperating from the flu and watching Disney cruise vlogs. So it is living in my Mickey and Minnie bag that my mom got me a couple years for Christmas last year. In it is, I feel like I always get the name wrong of this cowl, because I wrote down cobblestone cowl, but it's the cobble street cowl. And did I write? I thought I had the name down. I don't have the name of the designer. I'll put it up here. I really like this pattern, especially like in the picture there. My yarn is a different choice. Like, it still works, but Had I known, I would have chosen something else. But the yarn that I'm using is this one. It is RMR yarn, which is my local yarn shop, Llama Llama Ding Dong. It's their exclusive colorway, or their exclusive yarn. You can only buy it there. The colorway is Para Ezra, which is their nephew, so it's for Ezra. They picked, so it's white with a little bit of light blue and then red speckles. So it looks like the Chicago flag. And I was like, well, that's perfect to take with me to the Bahamas. Take a little bit of Chicago with me. So here's where I am. So you have, it's a 24 row pattern. Then you have to do 8 repeats of it. This is 2. So I am a fourth of the way done. But here. So yeah, it's Tunisian crochet, so it has different texture. It has a different kind of fabric. It's very thick. Tunisian crochet is a yarn eater for sure. But I'm really liking this, how it's turning out. So that'll be nice to wear in the Chicago winters when it gets really cold. So yeah, it'll be really long. I think you can do it double, like wrap around twice. So yeah, that's that one. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing my Haywood cowl. Love this one. It's so cozy. Although sitting next to the radiator heater boiler system thing that's right here, I'm burning up. So anyway, my knitting project that I took with me, most of the knitting got done while sitting with Hannah and Kalisha. And I did 2 rows on the beach. Excuse me. So I did 2 rows on the beach, and then that's been it. So it's living in my Christmas flamingo bag from Claudia from Crochet Luna. I love this bag. It was perfect for the trip. So the yarn that I'm using, oh, let me tell you about the pattern. It's another cowl. It's called the Retro Whirl Cowl by Christine Parker. Love this pattern. It is so easy. You're basically knitting in a round, and then when you're done, you flip it inside out so you show the purl side instead of the knit side. I'm wondering if I'm going to do that because I like the knit side. I like the way the knit side looks better than the purl side. But we shall see. I can do it either way. So the yarn that I'm using, oh my goodness. So it is nice speckled pinks, purples, yellows, blues, greens. I think that's all the colors. And white. This is Queenie Crochet, who is another Chicagoland dyer. So I definitely was repping Chicago when I went down there. But the color is called Bird of Paradise. So I figured that's perfect for what I needed. Perfect for where I was going. What I meant to say. Anyway. Sorry. I'm trying to make sure the coughing stays away. So for this project, I had to learn how to do a German twisted cast on. Right? Is that what it was? Whoops. Let me rip my paper. that's what I did, was a German twisted cast on. Whew, that was intense trying to figure that out. And then also trying to figure out how long of a tail I needed, which I overestimated. But here we are so far. And I'm afraid I'm gonna lose everything. Here we go. Okay, so we have about 1.5 inches of ribbing. It's 3 by 3. I think the pattern called for something else, and I was like, you know what, I want to do 3 by 3. That's what I ended up doing. And then now we're to the stockinette part, where it's just knit, knit, knit in a row, round and round and round. And then I'm almost to the point where I will need to increase a bit. So the cowl kind of goes like this, so it'll sit nicely when you're wearing it. So there is my knitting. Most of it done with my friends down in Florida, and then a couple rounds on the beach. It's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so let me share with you some of the goodies that I got from Hannah and Kalisha. So from Hannah, I got this cute Snoopy stocking, and in it there was some candy, some reindeer poop, yeah, and Nerds rope. And Hannah also made snickerdoodles, which were yummy. Was there anything else in here? Oh, yeah, there's 2 things. And then, of course, there was some yarn. So the yarn that I got is this loveliness. It is On the Round, who I follow on Instagram and Facebook. It is in their signature sock yarn. So it's superwash merino. Does it have the percentage? 80-20. And the colorway is called Purple Rain. So yeah, of course I needed this one. And then she also included a Progress Keeper. Can we focus? There we go. It's a ball of yarn with some knitting needles, and then Eat, Sleep, Crochet, Repeat button, which is perfect. Focus back on me, thank you. So yeah, this will be like one of my prized possessions that's just gonna sit in the bin for a while till I think of what I want to make with it. But yeah, I like it a lot. And then she was like, you don't have to use this, you can put it in a prize pack if you want. Just wanted to let you try it. It is the Holst garn. So it's German yarn. It's very rough and scratchy. And there's even like, you can still kind of feel the lanolin, the spinning oil, all of that. So it's in the colorway Graphite. So, I mean, it's a nice color. There's 50 grams, so there's 314 yards. She was like, because if you know Hannah, she did a cardigan in this, which she like it'll fluff up and be nice, but I'm not sure if it'll ever be soft like superwash. But anyway, this may just be another one that sits in my pile till I figure out what to do with it. Then I met up with Kalisha, and she made us bags, because Kalisha makes awesome bags. I have several of hers, but she made this one special for me because it's Tiana and Naveen and Rapunzel, 2 of my favorite princesses. I'm so excited. So yeah, it's a nice little sock set, you know, perfect for socks. And then inside, she had made an ornament, It has reindeer and a flamingo, which worked perfectly with my flamingo bag. And then I have a measuring tape as well that she crocheted a little cover for. So excited. So let me show you what I got them. So here is what I've got Hannah and Kalisha for when I meet them in a few, less than 2 weeks now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So, I went to Llama Llama Ding Dong. Wanted to get some RMR yarn because it's exclusive only to that shop. It's the only place you can get RMR yarn, I think. You may be able to get it online. We'll see. And so I went and talked with Yax, and I was like, okay, I'm going to visit these friends. This is what I need. Can you help me? Like, this is kind of what Kalisha likes. This is kind of what Hannah likes. Can you help me find something that's like that? So, this is what I'm going to do. First of all, I'm going to give them some of my bags that I've made myself. And part of me is like, I don't want to give these away. But at the same time, I want to give these away. So, bags are these two. So, I have my Mandalorian one and my Stitch one. I should probably iron these before I pack them. I think Hannah's gonna get the Mandalorian one and Kalisha's gonna get the Stitch one. And then for yarn, look at these yarns. Look at these yarns. Oh my gosh. So, Kalisha likes all things water, ocean, all of that. So I was like, oh, and she likes teal and all that stuff. And I was like, so I was looking at some and I was like, I'm not really feeling any of these. And then Yax handed me this one. She's like, look, because we were talking about Hannah, because Hannah likes neons. And I was like, ooh. But this one is Gariosol, which means sunflower. And Kalisha loves sunflowers, and she loves that whole plant mama life, so she's getting a sunflower yarn. So excited. And then, of course, Hannah loves neons, especially neon pink. And I thought this one was really pretty. It looks like a watermelon, but it is Patricio. So it's Patrick from SpongeBob. But I love these colors together. And then when I got home, I realized, like, these are very similar colors. So I thought that was kind of fun. And how I put it together, but yet didn't mean to put it together, you know? And then I still need to finish making these, but I'm going to give them some gummy bear stitch markers. I thought these were super cute. Yeah. Give them a couple. And I have another set of these so I can make a pair of earrings for my coworker because she loves gummy bears. She wants the white ones, so that's what I'm doing. So yeah, obviously I recorded that pre-cruise. So as far as like what's gonna happen these next few weeks, it's Christmas. December is this week. December is this week. What? I'm not sure if I'm gonna do Vlogmas the way I've done it before. Right now, of course, I'm still getting over an illness, so the thought of doing daily vlogs is just exhausting to me right now. But I have done the Yarny Advent swap with two of my viewers, Jill and Jennifer, which, ladies, I hope yours comes this week. It should. In the midst of trying to get everything ready for the cruise, and I got their packages mostly ready. I was hoping to find something in the Bahamas to add to it, But then by the time like it was time to go shopping, Mom and I were both like, we're not comfortable, just two ladies walking around. I mean, yeah, we could have hung out with some other families from the ship, but we just were like, we don't really want to go shopping, which that is a shock in and of itself that Mom and I didn't want to go shopping. And plus we wanted to go to story time with Mrs. Claus. Anyway, so I didn't end up buying anything for them. I wanted to, but I couldn't find anything. So anyway, then got home and I was sick, didn't want to do anything. So I finally got out their stuff out to them. It's on the way. Hopefully. Their stuff came while I was gone, so my Yarny Advents are ready. And yes, I want to share them with you as I open them daily. So what I may do is just record that, and then at the end of the week, like have a Saturday upload, so a weekly thing. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Because it starts Thursday, regardless if I'm ready or not. So anyway, I was hoping to finishing that little bit without coughing, but here we go. So anyway, I'm gonna go rest now for a bit. I will see you when I see you. Pretty sure for Vlogmas. I will see you for Vlogmas. Anyway, God bless.